Hello and welcome to United Report. This is your home for all the latest Manchester United news, match updates, transfer stories, and in-depth analysis. Stay connected and never miss a moment. Subscribe now to stay ahead with everything happening at Old Trafford. Manchester United outcast Jadon Sancho could have a future in Ruben Amorim's system, it has been claimed. The England international has spent the season on loan at Chelsea, but his future beyond this season remains uncertain. Sancho made a loan move to Stamford Bridge at the end of the summer transfer window, with the Blues obligated to make the move permanent for up to £25 million if they finish 14th or higher. However, they are reported to have an option to pay United a smaller sum to cancel the permanent deal. In the early months of the season, it looked like a shrewd bit of business for Chelsea. Sancho delivered 3 assists in his first 3 league matches for the club, and later scored in back-to-back wins in December, but his output has been less impressive of late. After watching Sancho go more than 2 months without a goal or assist, former Chelsea star William Gallas argued the winger needs to be playing somewhere other than Stamford Bridge next season. I don't know what the problem is, but at the moment he can't stay at Chelsea because he has to do more, the Frenchman told Stadium Astro. A return to his parent club might have been impossible with Erik Ten Hag still in charge, but the arrival of AMORIM may have opened the door. Indeed, one of Sancho's former coaches can see a way back for the 24-year-old at Old Trafford. Jadon would have to play as a left-sided number 10. I couldn't see him play as a wing-back, Dan Mikisha, who coached Sancho in England's youth setup, told The Sun. Can he play there? Yeah, absolutely. I think he could play for Ruben Amorim in his system. It might actually suit him more in terms of freeing him up. He wouldn't be hugging the touchline as much. He would in middle of the pitch more and would have more options when he gets the ball. United boss Amorim has used a range of players in his 2 number 10 spots, with Bruno Fernandes occupying one of them when not playing in a deeper role. Ahmad was regularly used as a 10 before his injury, while Alejandro Garnacho and Joshua Zirkzee have both been given opportunities. Amorim also used Kobbie Mainoo as a 10 in Europe and suggested the England international could thrive there when fit. Now more as a 10, you can feel that he was so free. Playing the ball near the box is really good. The small connections, the Portuguese said. We need time to work with the players and understand the best positions for them. Kobbie Mainoo played in a different position, with more freedom, more near the box. He's so technical, he can change the game there. So I think it's a good position for him, we will see. But I'm happy to see Kobbie enjoy the game more. Chelsea may yet decide Sancho has a future at Stamford Bridge. If he gets sent back to his parent club though, he may well have a bigger part to play than some might have anticipated back in August. Manchester United are gearing up for the business end of their season during the international break. The Red Devils only have 9 Premier League games left to play, but Ruben Amorim's primary focus will be the Europa League. If United can win the tournament, then they will qualify for next season's Champions League, and they are set to take on League One side Lyon in the quarter-finals next month, with a semi-final clash against either Rangers or Athletic Bilbao potentially awaiting them, and United have also started planning for the summer transfer window, with Amorim hoping to bring in more players who fit his system following the additions of Patrick Dorgu and Aidan Heaven in the January transfer window. The report states that United are ready to fork out more than £50 million for the 22-year-old, who was impressed during his time at Goodison Park. United's attempts to sign Branthwaite last summer fell short, with Everton holding out for £70 million. While the defender is said to be open to a move to Old Trafford, it is claimed he wants to move to a team in the Champions League so he can further his international ambitions. And United could still qualify for the tournament if they win the Europa League. Cristiano Ronaldo sent a warning to Rasmus Højlund and Denmark after the United striker copied his celebration when he scored a late winner against Portugal. The two sides met in the first leg of their Nations League quarter-final clash on Thursday, and Højlund mimicked Ronaldo's trademark "See you" celebration after netting the winning goal. Ronaldo, though, remains fully focused on the second leg, which takes place in Lisbon. "We have 90 minutes to turn around," Ronaldo wrote in Portuguese in a post on Instagram. He then sent a warning to Denmark, adding, "Roll on Portugal." Chelsea have been warned against making Jadon Sancho's loan move permanent by former star William Gallas. Sancho joined Chelsea on loan from United last summer, and while the Blues do have an obligation to sign the winger for up to £25 million, they are understood to be able to pay the Red Devils a fee to get out of it, and Gallus believes Chelsea should do just that, telling Stadium Astro. He's a talented player, everybody knows this, but we don't know why he can't perform and can't show what he can do. I don't know what the problem is, but at the moment he can't stay at Chelsea because he has to do more. Manchester United's grand plan to win the Premier League title within the next 3 years has been dismissed as ludicrous by former star Nicky Butt. United Chief Executive Omar Barada launched Project 150 with the stated aim of winning the league title by 2028, when the club celebrates its 150th anniversary. But with United currently languishing in 13th place after arguably their worst season of the modern era, treble winner Butt said the idea of winning the title in 3 years is laughable. "If I'm honest, I don't like to be fair, that ain't gonna happen," said Butt. "There's a long way to go for that. What gets me is when people talk about getting to where they want to be. Everyone expects other clubs to sit still, but they're going to go forward as well. Newcastle and Liverpool will get better, Manchester City will definitely get better, Chelsea are getting better, Arsenal are getting better every year, then there's lots of smaller clubs as well. So it's going to be a long way off, and the most important thing is starting off on the right foot and hopefully get this season put to bed, because it's been a disaster. Hopefully we get some plans in place for the stadium, get some new recruitment in, and give Ruben Amorim the right tools to try and at least get a decent team on the pitch." United last won the title in 2013 when Sir Alex Ferguson retired, and Butt added, "I don't think anyone's got a given right to go and win the Premier League. It's got to be a structure, it's got to be a vision, it's got to be a journey that everyone goes on together, including the supporters." Meanwhile, Butt and fellow United legend Ryan Giggs have criticised Sir Jim Ratcliffe for raising ticket prices when the team are performing so badly. United announced most ticket prices will increase by about 5% for the third successive year, with a price freeze for under-16s, although some senior citizens face bigger hikes. Giggs said friends who have sat behind the Old Trafford dugout for 25 years are being moved elsewhere in the stadium, so the club can sell their seats for premium prices to make more money. "United is special because of what we've done on the pitch over a number of years," said Giggs. "But the fans have always made the club. Without the fans, clubs aren't possible. I can only speak from my mates who have been sat near the dugout for 25 years and they're getting turfed away. They don't know where they're going to go. That's just the experience I've had, firsthand, of friends just wondering where they're going to be. It's difficult. They've got the names on the seats. They've been there 25 years and they're having to move. It's tough to see the club in this sort of situation." Ex-United midfielder Butt agreed with Giggs and said, "I just find it bizarre how they keep going up. They can't keep going up. Something's got to stop. Something's got to give. They've not got the added fallback of winning loads of trophies, buying the best players, or having a massive budget to go to the transfer window, or that the stadium's great and the transportation around the stadium is great, because everything's not. I see where it's coming from. They're trying to balance the books, quite obviously, but they're punishing the wrong people, in my eyes, to try and balance the books." Bruno Fernandes has revealed he has been forced to change his penalty technique to stay one step ahead of goalkeepers. Manchester United skipper Fernandes is the club's all-time leading scorer from the penalty spot, with 36 to his name, 8 clear of Ruud van Nistelrooy. Fernandes has only missed 4 of the 40 penalties he has taken for United since joining from Sporting Lisbon in 2020 for an initial fee of £47 million. The 30-year-old has scored all 5 of the spot kicks he has taken for United this season, but revealed he has had to change his routine and technique to keep outsmarting the keepers he faces. "When you take so many penalties, you need to change," said Fernandes. "Also because the goalkeepers start looking at you, study you and everything. So, as they do that, I do the same as them. I study them, I know what they do, what kind of movements they do for all the different penalty takers they are against. I see what their accuracy is against each other, then I get my chance. But all of these things always depend on the moment in the game. I feel more comfortable doing the jump and waiting for the goalkeeper to make a decision. I think it's the more accurate one. But if I have to change it, because I think, by doing that, I'm giving them something extra to save it. I will do it differently, to try to not give anything away to them. You can still miss, but at least you know everything you're doing is for a reason. Obviously, everyone is different, and many of the penalty takers have a certain side. They go there, they choose the side before, they go powerful, and they still score. I don't know. It was something I learned from Fabio Quagliarella at the time I was at Sampdoria. He was always checking with the goalkeepers in terms of what he should do, about the way he kicked and everything. He had a quick run-up and a very powerful shot, but he was always trying to understand the movements of the goalkeeper, and I got that from him. I always want to learn from the best ones. Fernandes revealed he swaps penalty-taking tips with former United teammate and Portugal colleague Cristiano Ronaldo whenever they meet up for international duty. When we go away with the national team, I'm always having chats with Cristiano to understand the way he does it, and we do speak a lot, said Fernandes. He sometimes asks me what I think about the goalkeeper and everything, even Cristiano. If you see now compared to the past, if I see Cristiano's penalty against Chelsea in the final of the Champions League in 2008, and the ones he has taken after that, he's changed his way of kicking. Now he's changing again, so you always have to adapt yourself to the game. Because things change quickly, people get to know you better and better, so sometimes you need to do something different. If you ask anyone in the world who you would choose to take your penalty after 90 minutes to save your life or whatever, most people will say Cristiano, because they know in that kind of moment he's decisive and it works. If Cristiano is one of the best penalty takers in the world and he's changing, why shouldn't I do the same? Why shouldn't I improve myself and try to do different things?